You're gonna ask her to. You're gonna try to do what he's doing right now.
Right. To add her to it.
Okay.
Okay. So ask her, hi guys, I'm still trying to get Marcy in. We're having mad technical difficulties here. So I'm trying to add her to this live stream and I don't know if I can. So let me see if I can add her.
Hi, Marcy. This is Kristen. All right. Good. All right. So she's just started live. I believe we gotta figure out how to go ahead and add you. Are you able to see her live now in the group?
Tell her if she can see me on live to write a comment.
Yes. Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys. Just be patient with us. She told me she wasn't a tech person. I didn't think anybody was less of a tech person than me. Okay, so as soon as she writes a comment.
We're gonna try to add you. We'll have to follow a link from that comment to add you as a second person. Just make a comment there at the bottom of the live so that she can add all the
Hey, Marcy, I'm told you can see me now. So if you just make a comment. Hi, Catherine Porter. Hi, Josephine. Hey, April Beasley Nelson. Hi, Amy Sue. Hey, Tawanda. Girl, I'm trying to work it out. Me and Marcy, as you know, it's an adventure. Hi, Jillian.
Did she comment yet?
Her comment has not come across yet. Hi, Dee. We're still working it out. Hey, Serena. Y'all stay here because I promise you we're going to work this out tonight. Madeline, I saw you earlier. Hello, hello. Hey, Tiffany Cummings. Hi, Margarita. Hey, Jean. Good evening, Queens. Good evening.
Since she's tried to go live a couple times to bring you on, just make sure it's the most recent one.
I know you guys are too done with us tonight, but that's okay because I got something for you in Marcy Blum, and I want you to have her video and her audio, not just her audio. It's just so crazy. If push comes to shove, I may have to put her on speakerphone, but I don't want to have to do that. So I'm researching and I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. Hey, Yolanda Woodson Robinson. Hey, Nessa. That's my Charlotte home girl. What did she say? Is she finding it? I'm still waiting on her comment to come across. Hey, Serena, how are you? I'm glad you guys are patient. I do apologize, and Marcy apologizes too.
Okay. What is it that you see on your screen? Let me try to help you out.
We're still troubleshooting, guys. So my daughter's on with her personally, and I'm here because I have to have the live video going in order to add her to it, it would seem. And so I don't know how to.
Let me see. And you did write a comment on the video so far?
I'm not seeing her comment. I'm getting them in real time, so. And the weirdest thing, hold on, guys.
Perfect. Thank you for being so diligent working.
Okay, so it says Marcy made a comment, guys. I'm still trying, but it hasn't come across yet. So let me see. Rosemary. Because I can see it. I saw it on this screen that she commented, but it just hasn't come across yet.
Okay, just wait for just one moment. I'm gonna place you on a brief hold. Thank you.
Misha's saying that Zoom can work and she can set it up.
Well, we also.
This is bananas.
Okay, so you don't see Marcy's comment on there yet?
No. As a matter of fact, my comments have stopped after Jillian Banks, so I don't know. Okay, starting up again now.
And so it says click on their profile picture. It may not be on the computer, just on the phone.
Okay, let me see her phone. Just put her on speaker. So guys, this is what's going to happen. We can't get Marcy's video. We have her on speakerphone on another phone. So what I'm going to do is you guys tell me if you can see. I see Marcy Blum. Hold on a second. See if you can say hello, Marcy, and let me see if they can hear you.
Hello.
So if you guys can hear her, will you please make a comment and let me know that you can hear her?
Anybody hear anything?
Can you guys hear Marcy? Say hello again, Marcy.
Hello.
Yes, they can hear you. Okay.
Great. So let them ask questions.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Marcy? And you'll get to see me and hear her tonight. And when we figure this out, we promise we'll have Marcy back, okay? If that's okay with you, Marcy, is that okay?
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Okay. So does anybody have any questions for Marcy? Any questions for Marcy? Okay, everybody says they hear you. Marcy, the questions are going to run a little bit behind what I can see on my screen. So let me just get situated here, and I will read them off to you, and then we'll answer them. How did you get started, Marcy? Can you give us a little history about that?
I went to chef school, and then I taught cooking and worked in restaurants. And eventually people started asking me if I could do events outside of where I was working. I was a banquet manager and things like that, yeah.
Okay. Marcy, can you give them the information about how when you first went professional in your business, the story about how you thought it was just you were going to sit there the first day and you were going to have all these clients and what happened?
Yes. I thought it was going to be like a dentist's office. People would be sitting out in the waiting room and I'd be taking them one at a time. I was expecting hordes of people to come, and that wasn't, of course, was not the case.
Okay, someone wants to know, where do you find your inspiration for your events, Marcy?
Everywhere but weddings. I try to stay away from looking at other people's weddings if I'm looking for inspiration. Museums, theater, of course, all those are closed at the moment. Interior design magazines, restaurants, food magazines, blogs, anything that hopefully doesn't have to do specifically with weddings so we don't cannibalize each other.
So let me ask you, Marcy, do you feel like there's any freshness in the industry currently with the weddings and everything that we're doing, or do you feel like we're seeing a lot of the same elements, and are you looking for something different, or how do you feel about it currently?
I think if anybody who pays attention only to the way things look as opposed to the experience for the guests is going to wind up in a place where things are very similar. Figuring out who their guests are and then what kind of experiences are going to be exciting for them, as opposed to just the way things look.
So Jillian Banks wants to know, are there any new wedding trends that you see coming?
Poverty today.
So, speaking of coronavirus, tell us your intake on it, and what do you think is a wise way to handle clients as we try to.
Well, as you know, I'm in the very high-end market, so I was on a conference call today, a Zoom call, which worked, with everyone, Mindy Weiss, Brian Raffinelli, all the usual suspects, and we're all seeing a lot of postponements, cancellations. We are taking it one case at a time, but the general mantra is, as much as possible, talk your clients into postponing rather than canceling.
Okay, and do you have any tips on how to talk them into postponing? I mean, I know that the caliber of client you have, it's probably pretty easy because they're going to just want the Marcy Blum. But how do you?
No, but that's nice. No, it's difficult, and you have to. I mean, whatever incentives you need to give. I certainly, people were floating the idea of charging a rebooking fee because theoretically you're getting one job on a day when you could have had two. You're doing one job. You're replanning an entire wedding. But I think not charging a rebooking fee and getting your vendors to kick in and be reasonable as well, and being very straight with your clients, which is, this is a very vital, vibrant industry that's necessary in this country and in this world. And if they want to bankrupt all of us, they can very easily just by canceling things.
Yeah, it's really scary right now, and I
terrifying.
Really, yeah, everybody. And so I think it gives us. I mean, and I don't mean to say this in a way that's I don't know. I mean, for me to be terrified, it's one thing, and I know for a lot of the members of my group to be terrified, that's one thing. But to hear that you're terrified as well, it just really paints a clear picture of what we're facing right now.
No question, and the odds are higher as you get further in it. I mean, we have stamps. I have an office. I have we were discussing on the call today how American Express is giving 2 months leeway to people in the event business,
right.
Interest-free, to not pay their immediate debt because everybody needs a break. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. Now, Jennifer Smart wants to know, how far in advance do you book clients for planning purposes?
And you're talking about weddings, right?
Yeah,
specifically.
I'm going to go with weddings. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
well, ordinarily, at least a year, if not, somewhere between 12 and 14 months, let's say, for the most part, generally.
Okay. Wow. So if a client came to you, Marcy, and they said, I want a 50th birthday party, not necessarily a wedding, and I want to book your services, and they only had 4 months, would you take that job?
Oh, yeah, no question. A birthday party, I would take a wedding within 4 months, too, as long as the clients understood that they don't have the luxury of looking at 4,000 different colors and changing their minds over and over. If they decide they want to do this and they get on board, and the only thing that's absolutely a must in both cases is that the venues are available. Once you have a venue, you can basically pull anything together.
So let me ask you this question. If, say for instance with coronavirus, if you can't talk them into postponing their event and they do want to cancel, what would your strategy be for that?
Well, it's very interesting. We're dealing with that with a client in Italy now, where they're saying, it's a wedding in August, but they're saying they want to cancel now. And I mean, this gets to legalities because force majeure means in a contract that the venue, we're talking about the venue at the moment, absolutely cannot deliver the service that they said they would. But we don't know that now. So it's the client, even though, legally we do not know that. It's not looking good, but the venue does not want to give back their money until it's absolutely clear that they can't do it. If the client decides they don't want to do it because they're spooked, that's still their decision.
Right.
As far as my services, it would be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly contractually, I am owed everything that I certainly am not returning anything, but I would make a decision, not to take the rest of what I'm owed. But by 3 months before, we've done tons of work already. So whether the wedding or the event happens or not, we've already done all the work.
Got you. You're right, and that's kind of what everybody
It
is.
doesn't happen on the day of,
right?
That would be way too late, as you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what everybody is kind of like. It feels like that's what our clients are thinking. Like, you should just give me back the money, and it can't happen like that. Now, another group member wants to know: do you charge a consultation fee?
No, I do not. But I'm very careful and try to be very, very mindful of how much information I give and how. I mean, look, nothing is proprietary. If someone wants to find a venue, sometimes clients think they're being so clever. They come to see us. I realize they're not hiring us. They go, well, just in case, where would you think to get married? As if they're being cagey. I was like, would you like me to give you a list of venues? It's my pleasure. Here. Because I would much rather, that they don't think they've outsmarted us and it's free. Here
right.
You go. You may have this. But I just don't think we try to qualify people who come in. I prefer not to spend enormous amounts of time talking to everybody who either doesn't have or doesn't want to spend the money on us.
Right.
But, that's sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm not.
No, one of our members has asked, do you have something in your contract that covers an epidemic or a pandemic?
No, now we will. We all will, but nobody, it's so funny. I was talking to a lawyer today, and we were saying that, it's not like you could say, well, the last time this happened, this is what we did, because there's no precedent. Nobody has any idea.
Nobody has any idea, you're right. One of our members wants to know, what is your minimum?
Generally, we charge an 18 to 20% fee on the entire wedding budget, based on not including the dress and hotel rooms and things that we do anyway, but we don't charge for. And I would say, depending on, if it's a 100-person birthday party, our minimum might be $30,000, but generally for a wedding, we wouldn't do anything for less than a fee of about $60.
Okay. So one of our members wants to know, what is your rule of thumb when it comes to managing difficult clients?
Well, if you can't get them to drink, which is, usually the best idea, at this point in my career, I really don't mind, and I'm not being disingenuous, I'm serious. I don't mind difficult, because I would imagine, I'm a difficult person. I don't even mind crazy. What I mind is mean. So if people have hired us and it becomes apparent that they really just wanted a punching bag, that I'm no longer interested in doing. And frankly, I really don't care how much money it is. And it's not that I'm rich, and it's not that I can afford to say that, but I just, quality of life, and I just can't do it,
Right.
So if someone wants to call me because they're a genuinely anxious person, And like, I don't understand, my shoes are the wrong color. Da, da, da. They want to call me at 10 o'clock at night. That's really fine. But the person who would call me and say, well, how did you let me dye my shoes that color? That I'm not up for.
Okay. Someone wants to know, fresh or silk flowers for you? What is your preference?
Preston Bailey, who's a dear friend of mine, has his simple rule is that if you can't touch it or smell it, it doesn't have to be fresh. Someone like Jeff Latham refuses to use an artificial flower at all in anything, any of his installations, any of his ceiling treatments, I think if you want to put up a wisteria ceiling that takes 3 days to put up, obviously it's going to have to be silk because they're not going to lit for the 3 days.
Right.
And it's not. It's a misguided idea that it's cheaper because it's not. The silk flowers can be just as expensive. It's just that they last.
Wow, well, that does make perfect sense, and you're right. Nobody can put up a real flower ceiling that's going to last, and so that's one of those things that we have to deal with. Someone wants to know if you could do a video after this call, just record it on your own, and then just post it to the group and just say hello to everybody. I guess maybe they want to make sure it's you.
I have to do hair and makeup, right? Yeah, no. Oh, they don't trust that it's me?
No, I know they know it's you.
I think.
I guess
I've
this.
been accused of having a very specific tone, but yes, I will do that.
Oh,
for sure.
definitely everybody that's ever heard you say anything would definitely know that this is you on this phone.
Yeah.
No, I just think they would just love to see you and just love to have
my
you.
pleasure.
It's an inspiration to them. Someone wants to know, have you ever refused a contract because of your principles or beliefs?
Yes. And not that President Voldemort has asked me to do anything, but he whose name shall not be mentioned. But people who are close to him have floated the idea, that I want to work on the inauguration. Nobody came out and asked me. I don't want to lie, but there were things, and I was like, absolutely no way, no how would I do that? No way, or anything that has anything to do with them. Yeah.
I fully understand and I concur.
Yeah.
So, someone wants to know, how many staff do you have? How many employees do you?
There are 4 of us presently. Hopefully I can keep all of us, and we have about a dozen freelancers that not only work day of, but we have 2 freelancers who we had hired to work with us from March through June because we were going to be very busy, but now we're not. So I have to see how I can amuse them.
That's cute. Someone wants to know, is your company full service or do you do planning only?
We do what we would say is art direction, overall design and planning, but we're not florists or installers, or we don't build things. But I certainly have lots of opinions on all of it, and we do tabletop and invitation design and all of that. It's more, planning always suggests to me that it's just the scheduling and things like that, and that is very little of what we do. We really are the driver for the event, but if someone like at Libby or David Beam or Preston or any of those people are doing design, we're still very, very involved.
Okay, someone wants to know, is there an experience that has pushed you out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, I'm afraid of heights, and we did something on the top of the new Freedom Tower a couple years ago, and that really freaked me out, especially the first time I got in the elevator and didn't realize that there's a video that makes it feel as if the walls are falling away. And I had to reach in my bag and put a Xanax under my tongue very quickly because I thought I was going to die. But, and the client was like, "Are you all right?" I couldn't even speak. I was like, "No, I'm not all right." And then, it got better. We had to do the wedding there. Yeah, I mean, the first time you do anything, it's a client. We did a huge 4-day, 1,000-person, multi-day wedding because it had different guest lists each time, and we were doing it somewhere. And the client, a very well-known person, his assistant says to me, "Well, when was the last time you built a cell phone tower for an event? Because we're having security agents and intelligence. We have to have a cell phone tower. They can't be out of touch." I was, cell phone tower. You Google building a cell phone tower and figure out, well, we did it like this. Like the first time you do anything, it's
Right.
like that.
It's terrifying. So
Yeah.
a lot of our planners are newer planners. Some of them are
Yes, of
a little
course.
bit more established than others. But what advice would you give to somebody that's starting out? You know how difficult it is to build your client base, and until you get that client base built, the people aren't just coming knocking on your door. So a lot of us are having trouble. They'll have trouble finding clients. Or what is it that you would suggest that they do in order to get themselves out there and to get the quality of their work out there?
Well, you have to find what the clients need and want at the level that you're at to begin with, and what they need and want may not be what you want to be doing. What someone needs and wants at a $50,000 wedding, let's say, or something like that, is probably a logistician. Now, you may imagine yourself to be a creative person, and you may very well be. But in order to get your foot in the door, you're going to have to do like the best day up schedule of anybody, because that's value added. No one is going to hire you to design their event when they either can't afford it or don't want to spend the money on it. So you have to offer things. Listen, I'm still bussing tables and bustling dresses, and and it's 35 years in, and handing the father of the bride a glass of champagne when he makes his toast. I mean, I'm still very much doing all of that. You can't sell at that level, I believe. You can't sell the fluff. You have to sell the meat. What is it? What are you going to do for these people? And if you're selling the fact that they will be less anxious the day of, or less anxious 6 months before because you're holding their hand, that is really worth something. And then after that, you get to sell the fluff.
Okay. Someone wants to know, is there any educational advice that you would advise for somebody who wants to venture into large weddings?
Yeah, I would go work. I mean, if you could afford it, or volunteer. Especially now, I mean, my God, the world is coming to an end. But I would work for a caterer. I would work for a interior designer. I would work for one of these ancillary things that bring. I'm just shocked at how many people that I compete with really have not a clue about any of these things. I mean, I come from a restaurant background and food background, but I should know more about lighting, and I, try to learn that. But there's a bunch of different disciplines that all add up to being good at this. So whatever you can do, I mean, there's nothing as far as interior design or catering or restaurant work or any of those things that don't help in bringing you, more value to your clients at a later day. I mean, I can walk in a kitchen and, still kitchens are mostly male. Not 100% anymore, but I'll walk in and I see them all go, oh, here comes another housewife. So I think she's gonna, and I'll say, I graduated CIA in 1976, and I understand, I know you can make risotto for 150, and I know if you do it this way, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh shit, like, but they may not agree with me, but at least they know that they have to, respond on a professional level rather than like get her out of the kitchen.
Right. So with your having experience in all those different areas, it helps when you come in contact with professionals who think they are the only ones who know those things. Because it strengthens your.
And yet, I'm respectful if someone says to me, who's a much more advanced and educated designer, if they say, those two colors really don't work together, and the reason they don't work is because of blah blah blah. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, so any of that kind of knowledge, I don't think although, I have a class with my friend Sarah Haywood in London. We teach event
Mm-hmm.
planning, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just a 4-day class. We do it
Right.
once a year. But the point is, I say, that's just the beginning, or taking a class or going to school for it. And it's just the beginning. You really have to. I mean, it's like the first day when I worked as a sous chef after I graduated culinary. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? I can't do this. Like, I was like, la 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 la. There's like 200 people waiting to eat. And I was like, oh, I get it. This is different.
Yeah, yeah. So it's different. Your take is that hands on is always going to be so much different than anything you get in training.
No question. I mean, I had people come into work for me. They're standing there. I said, well, alphabetize the escort card. And they're like, huh, deer in the headlights. I was like, and I don't mind, here's how you do it. They don't even, not even the first thing. You have to be prepared to do all that. And a lot of it's not fun. And then you have to, I mean, I say it on stage all the time. Look, I'm much older than all of you. I didn't know what else to do. I'm not sure. You have to really question, why do you want to be in this business in the first place?
Right.
Because just because you made up your mind at one point in your life doesn't mean you have to stick to it. There's no shame in changing. Not that I'm discouraging people. I'm just saying what you really have to figure out. And the truth is, it was only the last couple of years that I started to make enough money to make it seem viable. And Mindy Weiss will tell you the same thing.
Wow. And so, do you still have the same passion and the same love for it as you did when you first began, Marcy?
When I have a wonderful client, a bride's father called me last night. He's literally a billionaire. Like, if you go to Google, it says billionaire after his name. And he said, I don't know what the hell to do. The wedding's in October. I should get the money in escrow. But he wasn't bullying me. He was just talking to me as if I was another adult human.
Right.
I was like, I don't know what to tell you either. I wish I had a crystal ball. I really like your daughter. I like your son-in-law. Obviously, I want to do this wedding, and but I understand you. So why don't we try to get the money in escrow? Well, very adult discussion. And
right.
He was like, hang in there, kid. You're gonna be okay. And I was, I almost cried when I got off the phone. I was so grateful to just have him not beat me up or be condescending or, I'm smarter than you, or I'm rich and you're not. And
right.
And that's when I feel like, yes, I want this wedding to be so amazingly beautiful and magical, and I'll do anything I can for them. Not that I'm making more money on that wedding, not necessarily. It's not that. But the people, like one lawyer called me today, he's like, I don't understand why you can't get the money back. How could you let them sign a contract that you get? I was like, they had 6 lawyers look at it. I'm a wedding planner. I'm not,
Right.
I don't want to do anything for them. It's just 2 different conversations.
Well, I want you to know, Marcy, that you are getting tons and tons and tons and tons of hearts. You can't see it, but they are truly loving what you're saying, and the fact that you're sharing with them, and the fact that you feel what we feel, even if it is on a different level. It just, everybody in this industry right now is super scared. They're like, so you plan your life based on this event, this event, this event. I just launched an education tour that I thought that I was going to go teach the people, and
completely.
We don't even know when we're going to be able to get out of the block. And so it's a scary thing right now, especially for those,
scary.
and this is their living.
Be creative. And I don't know, again, if I were at a different level, and when I say level, I don't mean, if I didn't have so much debt, not a level, a grandized level, but if I didn't have so many expenses.
Right. I
would, I'd probably walk over to a neighborhood hotel or something and say, look, you're going to need marketing and I'm going to need business.
Right.
Let's make a deal, right? Like, if you're in a smaller town or a smaller community or whatever, that's a win-win. I just can't afford to do that. I've got people, making, too much money. I got to come up with, the big bucks. But
right.
if I were starting, that would be a very viable way to start now, because what the hell are the hotels going to do when the smoke clears? They're going to be in trouble, too.
That's true. We all are in the same boat together, and so we got to figure out how to make this sucker float. And that's just all that it is to it. Wow.
I mean, I spoke to Preston today, and Preston Bailey, I don't know, I know you know him.
You know, I know.
You know, who is really in my life. I mean, we've been friends for over 30 years. He has been my rock. He's always, oh, baby, everything's going to be all right. Even he said, I can't get out of bed. I was like, when Preston says that, I know the world's coming to an end, you know? I mean, he is the most driven, positive, magical. You know, it's scary. Everyone is scared stiff. And we have to be creative, and we're going to have to work harder than... I mean, at this point in my career, I was like, oh, this is nice. I finally have a little business that kind of works, you know, and I'm going to have to double down all over again as if I'm 30. I'm not looking forward to it, but I don't have a choice.
No, we don't have a choice. If this, you said you got to make a choice is really what it is. We got to choose if we love this enough to stick it out, find some side hustle to help sustain us until we get through the roughest parts. And just start from there, or either you're going to walk away. These are the two choices that we're faced with.
That's exactly right. And do it as a hobby, which again, no shame in that. I'm not discouraging people. I just want people to understand that they have choices, and I'm not sure what the choices are, but everybody has a choice. You know, it's completely up to them what direction they're going to take this life. And just because they made a decision 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and told their family, I'm going to be a party planner, blah, 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 you know, there's no shame in switching. Right. I mean, the last time business was bad was like 10 years ago. I said to everybody, you know, I'm thinking of becoming a ballerina. Like, I was like, you know, I mean, you know, as I said, I was already in my mid-50s, but I was like, screw it, I don't.
Well, listen, someone said, are you still here, Marcy, or did we lose you? Uh-oh, guys, we might have lost her. Let me see if I can get her back.
I'm here.
You're here?
Sorry, I hit,
yeah. You hit mute accidentally?
Yeah, exactly. I do it all the time.
I do it too. I'm glad to know it's not just me. So, but someone wants to know, since you mentioned Preston Bailey, that do you have any influence and maybe get him to do a live in our group at some point? That's strictly from a member. That has nothing to do with me. I just want you to know that.
No, of course. No, he would, yeah, I mean, but if you think I have technical difficulties, Preston is like...
I already know.
He could barely, I mean, Preston, you know, could barely turn on his computer until a couple of weeks ago. So, you know, you'll have to get someone to sit with him and do it. But for sure, no, he loves to help and educate, and that's his passion.
Maybe we'll ask his assistant. We'll see if we can get Preston here.
Ask
Alejandro, right,
Once
definitely.
we're allowed to be in contact with each other again, I'm sure he'd love to do that.
So there are people that are sending comments, and Tawanda Sims wants you to know that you're so real and down to earth, and she enjoyed meeting you at PB Live. And
so
Jillian Banks says, Marcy Cream always rises to the top. Everybody's saying that walking away isn't an option. They love what they're doing. They're excited to hear you here. We are in it together, girl. Yeah. So listen, Marcy, I appreciate you coming on here tonight.
Again, I apologize for not being live, although if you saw my house at the moment, after me being, I'm calling it the Carva Corona, because all I do is bake and make lasagna, so it's really exciting. There's pots everywhere.
Right.
But I will send you a video, I promise, all dolled up so I look like a human.
Everybody's saying that they love you, Marcy. They're so grateful that you thought enough of us to come here, and that you're such an inspiration. Pleasure. It's going to keep them going and growing, and that's the goal of this group. I just want you to know that our motto is giving and growing together. So that's why, you know, I ask you.
Any other questions, please email me, and I'll be happy to answer. It's Marcy, M-A-R-C-Y, at marcyblum.com. And since I have absolutely nothing else to do but eat, I'm happy to answer any and all of your questions at the moment.
I will share that with my group, and I thank you so much.
Do.
And whenever
thank
you...
your daughter for being so helpful.
She is a jewel. Listen, my team wouldn't work without her. She keeps my head on.
No, I could tell. I was like, what are you doing after the fall? Maybe I could hire. So anyway, do keep me posted, and everybody stay safe and stay healthy. Let's get rid of this stupid thing.
Oh, so we can move forward. We love you, Miss Marcy. We love you.
Thanks,
Thank you, love.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, guys, there it is. She was here, so she promises to send a video. We apologize for all the technical difficulties, but at least you know I'm not a lunatic and that I do have people coming in this group, and when I say they're coming, even if it takes them 30 or 40 minutes to get here. So I'm very excited that you guys were here and that you shared with us tonight. I know billions of people are going to watch this replay, and I just love you guys for being so accommodating for whatever I'm going through, no matter how crazy it is. You guys stick with me, and I want you to know I appreciate that. So we'll see about getting Mr. Preston Bailey. I'm gonna work on that for you, okay? I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.